We are on the new frontier. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's good to have you for episode 3 of our easy mode stuff. A lot of people play with easy mode prices, and I'm really not used to it. So we've just been making an absolute killing on all the stuff we're up to, and that means we've got some other stuff we have to take care of. One being we need to find a fertilizer spreader. Let's get the mouse out of the way here because our grass field is ready to be fertilized. We just don't. We don't have a spreader for it. I was thinking we could go like here, but then we just don't. We just don't have the money. So it was kind of sad in that regard. But we could go fertilizer spreader here, $2,000. It does 14 meters, which I'm more than okay with. But let's be honest here. We're here to do stuff big. We're here to do it well. We're gonna get this big boy, big dog, huge fertilizer spreader here. I'm very excited to be owning one of these. It's been a long time since I bought a fertilizer spreader. That's not that little $2,000 one. And let's see, is this going to tip us back? It's not perfect. Consumables, well, we can describe ourselves some solid fertilizer here. I'm thinking 2 of them. And that's going to basically drain our money almost completely. And I'm okay with that because we need to get fertilizer on our grass field now so that we can reap the reward of it every single harvest. It's going to be so worth it. It's insane. So I do want to ask, how is everybody doing today? It is beautiful. Beautiful up here where I live. I'm in southeast Minnesota, in case you were ever curious. So we've had probably some of the best weather we've had in years. And we've had it in like back-to-back weeks. It's not even supposed to cool off to 60s until anytime soon. So I'm so excited about it. It's just great. We don't see this kind of weather that often. So it's got me very excited, as I think is understandable. Don't you think? I think it's understandable. But let's just lock onto this line somewhere in here. Turn it on. Oh my gosh, look at this range. Look at that range. Ladies and gentlemen, it's glorious. And plus, our field is just huge. I mean, look at this thing. We're going to have, it looks like 2 full passes and maybe a full one in the middle. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful stuff here. I don't know, there's just something so, it's so great to be able to play on a version where you make some money because everything you do just kind of feels good. It just feels good in a way. I mean, look at that spread on that. That's insane. And we don't have to start until we hit this blue line that's in the middle here. Because we already fertilized way back here. So that blue line is... Oh, we can see it now. You can see that dark spot. Let's turn it on. Oh my gosh, it's clean. It's so clean. Of course we're broke and we lost like $1,600 to our loan. Because we still have $490,000 we owe in the bank. But hey, that's small potatoes. That's okay. That is a-okay for me. I'm excited. I'm enjoying this right now. It's been a while since I've really enjoyed just getting into the farming stuff, but I don't know, just as of recently, I've been just kind of excited to be able to do this. You know, we're starting to get close to that monetizing spot. Of course, I need more watch hours and that kind of stuff, but don't we all? Don't we all? I really don't care. I've been just really enjoying the grind. So let's just get this fertilizer on the field so that we can maybe look at getting some mowing done, because I mean, we need more money. We always do. So let's get this done. I wish I could say that took forever, but it really didn't because we have such a great fertilizer spreader to be able to do this work for us. Very happy about that. Now, what I'm thinking is we need to try to expand our land a little bit here. Take a peek. You see how much of this land to the right we're not using? I'm thinking this is going to be a main part of kind of how we proceed, but we also do have the front up here. This looks like it's actually grown enough for us to mow. And of course we don't want to really hit these light spots, but I think we will anyways, just so that we can just get them mowed. And I do want to kind of go down the hill a little bit that way, just so we can kind of see what we're really working with in the middle here, because maybe we just end up with like a small trailer, and we already have a front loader. We could get a bigger weight for the front loader. Oh, I didn't have it raised. That was crazy of me. Maybe we get a bigger weight for the DX3, and maybe we can work with that a little bit. I don't think we're gonna be able to afford our new mod today. Shout out again to dudes. We got the FS25 series. This is actually probably one of my favorites that just exists. It's one of my favorites. I love it. I think it's great. I'm so excited to have this one for ourselves. So I'm very excited about that one. Thank you so much for the recommendation. I'm going to be buying one at some point. I can say for sure. So very excited about that mod. If you guys want to have a mod selected, all you have to do is be the first comment on a video. It's that easy. And you just say, hey, this is the mod I want. This is the section it's in. And that's all it takes. Of course, it needs to be in the mod hub. I do not want to be downloading random malware. I think that's understandable. If it's not understandable, I'm sorry. I'm going to be unreasonable about this one. It has to be on the mod hub. But again, thank you for Newts for the recommendation of the FS25 series. It's in the medium section, in case you're curious. So very, very excited about that. Let's get a massive mowing job out of the way here as a good little kickoff to this crazy episode. Now that is a mowing job right there. Oh my gosh. Total combined time on that one, I'm probably looking at 45 minutes or so, which means the windrowing process, I'm probably looking at least half an hour, because I can't windrow at the same pace that I can, at least with this crazy, what am I doing? So yeah, this is going to be a heck of a process here, again, because this is probably arguably bigger than both of the other two. I've just kind of been getting bigger and bigger with these. I'm not quite sure if it's a good idea or not, but it's definitely what I've been doing. So we're going to continue to do it to the best of our ability. Let's unfold this thing here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to make just a whole bunch of long strips. Maybe we're going to do like two headlands, whatever you want to call them. And then kind of go from there. Maybe we'll leave like a big continuous row. Let's see how this goes, shall we? There we are. We are all rowed up here. Look at all this. This is going to be a fairly nice haul, especially when you look at it this way. It extends quite a distance. I'm okay with this too. It's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe not to bale it. I do think baling it is going to be a long, drawn-out process as expected, but it'll be okay. Let's get it all baled up here and then see what we're working with. I do want to double check and see what size bales we're producing. Let's see just how many bales we pull off of this go around, shall we? All right, so we're able to get 11 bales off this already. And what I'm thinking is maybe we're just going to sell this thing here, because it's worth 2,200 bucks. Oh yeah, that's such a no-brainer. Because then we can purchase some more round bale net here. I don't know what the difference is. We're just gonna buy standard net, rehook back onto this. Yes, this will work well. So we'll just throw this in there, because realistically, now that we have the DX3, we really don't need to worry about a lot of the other stuff. We can just kind of go with it. So we can just throw on 3 of the nets here. Yeah, this will work so much better. So I'm just going to spend a little while, and we're going to see exactly how many bales we get off of this. Because if we look at it from here, we already have 38,000 liters just of grass. So equivalent value is probably like, I mean, probably 15 grand just baled, ready to go already. So it'll be very fun to see exactly how much how many liters of grass we get. But this will take me a while, so we'll see how this goes. And here we are, finally wrapping up on this big bad field. As you can see, there's quite a bit of bales just kind of over here where we're at, but if we look across the field a little bit more, you can see that I've been a little bit busy, believe it or not. It's been very, very time consuming, without a doubt. Without a doubt in my mind, it's been very time consuming. Plus, you know how we just filled this thing with nets after we made like 1 or 2 go around? I think we just made 1 partial go around. We were out of nets. And now we're over halfway gone on the nets that we have again. So I'm a little concerned about just how many bales we do have. But luckily, you guys get an answer right away. Here we go. Let's pick up that. Turn it off. Lo and behold, 83. Oh my gosh. So we have 22 more bales than our last harvest. Our last harvest we pulled in about 70 grand. So we're probably pulling in close to 100 this time, which is borderline lunacy. But I'm okay with a little bit of borderline lunacy. We gotta have a little bit of fun, don't we? I just threw some nets in here. There's just 1 net that we still need to do. But in terms of actual leaders, let's just take a peek here. I'll turn this off for a second and take a peek. In actual leaders, we have 290,000. Oh my gosh, I don't know what it is about this game. It's just sometimes I'm willing to absolutely forego any sort of social life in order to just what the heck? What the actual heck? Like, what am I doing? I don't know. Either way, so there's 83 bales, and we were able to get about 30 on this trailer at a time. So it's 2 full trailers and a partial. But we're gonna let these, I just have to get them wrapped. So let's just work on getting these things wrapped, I think. I think that's the smartest way for us to move forward, isn't it? I think it's the most, at least the most logical way for us to move forward. Is just to get all of these darn things wrapped up. There we all wrapped up. Man, it does seem like it takes just a crazy absurd amount of time every single time we do it, but we do have more and more bales every time as well. We had 80 something this time, 83. So it definitely makes sense. I'm very happy though to have this part of the process all done and taken care of. For things I want to purchase, I definitely would be very, very interested in a bigger baler, because then we'd have just less bales in general. We'd be able to do the same amount, but just in much less time. So again, let's go take a peek here at the time-saving stock checks. Look at this thing, grass 290,000 liters. That's just absurd. Plus the best time of year to sell silage, I think, is in January, so that is going to be looking fairly good. Now, we do own a planter, we do own a plow, but I do also want to see what our field still needs, or what our grass field still needs, because I want to make sure that the field is set up very well, because a little bit of work now is really going to make it much easier on our tractors and tools, pretty much for the rest of this entire game, because this is a really nice sized grass field. So it looks like we need lime and need some rolling yield bonus. We definitely need to get more fertilizer on this entire thing. But if I can get lime on this as well, maybe what we do, we have to go ahead a month. But we already fertilized this month. I think it's time we look at maybe making another field for ourselves. Let's just go down and take a peek. What size field do we even want to consider here? We do have a lot of land. We could put a very nice field here. It would not be very square, but if I start here, maybe we could just put a really long, narrow field on this side. You guys can see the line where we cut before. Not quite grown. I don't know. I want to think about it for a little bit. I think for the time being, though, we're definitely going to be moving ahead a month here just to see exactly what the opportunities present themselves. Wow. So it's officially January. We're looking at about 4 o'clock, 3:30, and we have $103,400 in silage just sitting in the field. And we have to sell it all, which is going to be the part that's maybe a little bit more time consuming, but maybe 103,000 Let's just take a peek here. What do we get for an auto stack trailer? Because I think we're at that point, aren't we? 103,000. This one can do round bales, 24. This would be half of our money. Half of the money to be able to pick these things up way, way faster. That might be the option. Because this is going to take a long time. So if we get half the bales, we can auto stack. Actually, we could probably do it before then. Because we could, in theory, sell the trailer that we have now. That might be what we intend on doing, is selling this bale trailer in lieu of an auto stacking trailer, because it would save us so much time, and then we could put that time into some other parts of the farm. It would definitely make my recording time infinitely more efficient, and we could probably get into more stuff because of that. So I'm gonna think about it. We're probably gonna end up with a trailer here. Come on. Okay, 84,000 liters of silage in this first trailer, which would leave us with approximately 2 more of these, because we got, what, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 here. So we have over 2 more of these trailers worth. But we should have approximately 30 grand sitting on this trailer, maybe like 34. Here we are, the moment of truth. 84,000 liters of silage. $30,398. I mean, so what was that auto stack trailer? Let's just turn on the cruise control. Let's mosey on back over here while we're looking. So the auto stack trailer was $50,500, and this trailer, basically, we need to make another 20 grand on whatever we sell. So we could take a peek at our trailer and see what we're going to get for it. We're going to get 18.8. We would still need to sell just a couple of bales. I think it's like 2 more. We're just going to do it now, actually. Sell a trailer. And now we just need like another $1,000, right? 50. Yeah, we need like $1,000. So let's just grab the DX3. We'll throw a couple of bales just on the forks and we'll drive it over. And this should afford us the auto stack trailer that's going to speed up this entire process substantially. I wish I could be kidding when I said that, but it is so true. Instead of having to deal with all of these bales, you know, getting them on the front loader, getting them off effectively, we can just come over here. We can load 24 effectively, really quick, and then we can just drive them over, sell them. Not only that, but we can take the bales off the field much earlier as well. So we'll be able to do a lot more just in the way of making the farm look nice. But yeah, so I'm thinking auto stack trailer here. $50,500. It takes 130 horsepower, but that's more than fine. Our AGCO has like 220 something, doesn't it? Let's just take a peek. What does our AGCO have? Yeah, 225. So we got plenty of horses to run that thing. But then here's what I'm thinking for the DX3, because I'm sure you're all rather curious here. What I'm thinking is, this DX3 does have a front loader. I'm thinking we're going to use this to wrap bales, and we're going to buy the front loader wrapper as well, so that we can run the front and the back. We can wrap at twice the pace. It will be amazing. But now the fun sets in. $51,000 to our name, and we're going to be using this to make another 50 grand. Really, I mean, at least another 30 grand. Really, really quick. Ladies and gentlemen, bear with me. Take a look at this beautiful thing. We're going to be driving up on it here. It's hard to believe that we are 3 episodes in and already buying $50,000 equipment. Of course, we did drop our $18,000. I mean, we lost like $1,200 to the trailer, but that enabled us to sell stuff so fast. The trailer was well worth it, but this is going to be well worth it times 2, for lack of better words. Because I probably could have even sold the bale forks, but they'll be nice to have around just in case we do have to move the one-off item here or there. Won't be terrible. Well, this process just became 100% less painful. I think before it took me maybe like 15 minutes to load that other trailer, and this one maybe 3 minutes. The time we're going to save on just this piece of the puzzle is so nice. And plus, now that we bought it, we have it. So I'm very, very excited about this thing. It's going to make our entire process just run that little bit smoother. Now, there's also 2 other things we need to solve. One is I want to be able to mow more effectively, except we don't have a front PTO on this tractor, so we can't really run any front equipment on it. So that's definitely like an issue in a way. But it's not like a terrible issue, it's just we can't have a front mower on this. So it's something we'll have to consider. Let's just see what we get here. 11 and 18 is another 30. Perfect. And there we have it. The bale collection process is actually already done. I'm really digging on this auto stack trailer. It's gonna be super awesome for us. And because it is the best time of year, we're actually just going to go ahead and sell every single bale we got off this field. Going forward, what we're gonna do is we're still gonna want to be making money, you know, most episodes anyways. So we're still gonna be selling our products at whatever time of year they're coming available. But we are going to be saving at least like a nice chunk of our bales from each and every harvest, so that when the best time of year comes around, we absolutely make a killing. So that's kind of my general plan, but because it is best time of year, right now, we have no reason to not sell all of our bales. So let's see what we kind of get for our value here. All things considered, could be very, very good. Another 1100. And a fence I was never a fan of anyways. Okay, so we afforded our auto stack trailer and we're still up at a healthy $73,000, which means it's time to repay another $10,000 of our loan. We still have 63 grand left over. Very, very excited about it. So here's what I'm thinking now. We've got $63,000. What we don't have is we do not mow very fast. We do not wrap very fast. And I mean, just from a baseline perspective, we are kind of struggling. I hate to say it, we're still pretty struggling. We're on the struggle bus. But what we do have is we have a plow. We have everything necessary to create additional grass fields. And we have time on our hands. I know I hate to say it, but let's just take a quick peek, because there's these guys. Imagine. These things can cook right along 31 miles per hour. Look at the horsepower on. I mean, that thing just looks sexy. Oh my gosh, this tractor's sick. This was a great recommendation. So what I'm thinking is, if we take a quick peek here, a quick little peek, I think we planted at the same time we harvested the lower area, but I'm just not quite sure. I think the grass should have one more stage, shouldn't it? It says ready to harvest, but I think it can get taller. But we should throw fertilizer on. We can still fertilize the field. Oh yes, let's go get the fertilizer spreader. I mean, just look at that. I'm so happy we got the bigger fertilizer spreader too, because we were able to get this done in 3 passes. 3 passes instead of probably, what? So that would have been 120 meters working with, so it would have taken us 11 passes with the small one. I feel pretty happy about that. So what I'm thinking is we're going to go a month ahead here, because I want to see if this grass actually grows. So let's go crazy here. Look at that, a disc harrow, shallow cultivation, 260 horses though. We don't have 260 horses. We have no horses. We don't even have any horses on this farm. So it is what it is though. Let's lower this just so we can drop it without breaking anything. Grab our big rear mower here. Let's go mow our field. This is going to be great. This is going to be amazing. Now that is glorious. A lot of beautiful, beautiful rows. I'm thinking, and just while we're talking about these beautiful fields, I'm thinking about expanding it. I kind of want to bring it farther this way, just so the drive time to the field is smaller and the field is bigger. So I might just expand the field this way a little bit, but I think we got to start by getting all the stuff off the field so we can just actually work on it. But let's grab the baler here. Let's get all this baled, and then I got a treat for you. The wrapping side of this, I think, is going to be great. I've got such a great plan for wrapping this. Hey, a piece of grass we missed last time. We might as well scoop up a little bit of it, shall we? With this all done, all we need to do now is get these things wrapped, and I want to show you the plan, because this is probably maybe one of my favorite plans I've had yet on this farm, besides of course the auto stack trailer. This thing was amazing. But what I'm thinking is we're going to take the front loader. We're going to take off the bale spike here because we really won't need the bale spike. And what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down into the wrapping category and go here. And I don't really know what the support roller even does. Wish I knew the answer to that one. But for $17,000, what we can do, for one, is unhook the bale spikes here. And then we can throw this wrapper on the front. And throw the wrapper on the back. This might be a little heavy for this tractor, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not the best at this. But it also is definitely faster, so I'm gonna live with it. This is overall probably one of my favorite deals we've done so far. Just running the dual wrapper is kind of crazy work. A big fan of it myself. I really am. So I don't know. I'm just very happy about the way running two wrappers worked, especially if you leave all the bales where you're supposed to. I probably should have put the roller on the front piece. Now that I know what it does, I probably could have been a lot more efficient with what I was doing, but that's okay. The more you know. Plus the DX3 here really worked really well. Very happy about how the DX3 went. What we're going to do, let's take a peek at the liter amount on all these bales we've got here now. Time saving stock check, 189,000 liters. Very happy about that. Plus, this thing can pretty much just stay hooked up. We're really not going to need the DX3 except for wrapping at this point in time. It's just such a great tractor for this job. I'm very happy about it. Let's throw this here, AGCO, back into motion. You can see we've done a considerable amount of damage to it already. Maybe we do take a moment here just to see what's our repair cost looking at, shall we? Repair cost $4,400. We better jump on that while we can, and then also throw some more fuel in here, because it is definitely a thirsty tractor. But let's just go grab all of our bales here. I'm probably guessing about 2 stacks worth, maybe 3 if we get north of 50 bales. We will see. And it is still February. We could take a sale if we wanted to, but I really don't know if there's anything we necessarily want to purchase before the end of the episode here. So let's just grab all these bales and let's just make a little bale stack over here. We'll see just how many we actually have when we're all stacked up. Not bad whatsoever. So what I'm thinking for the end of today's episode, I know it's already been quite a bit of content in this one, but I really wanted to kind of go above and beyond and just kind of see how it plays out. Because, you know, a lot of the times it's like you see a guy record for an hour, it's like, oh, okay, I could have just, you know, I could have spent a little bit of time myself, but I could have played it myself. And I don't know, I think sometimes the content is a little bit lazy. And I wanted to see what would happen if we went exactly the other way, if it's worth the time. Because, at least for me, I really do love the gameplay side of it more than I like the editing side. So maybe it just makes sense for me to have it be much more involved with how much gameplay we actually get done. But we'll see how it turns out, because I'm very excited about our nice little stack of silage here. Our soon to be silage. It's not quite silage, but it's definitely a very healthy amount of bales. Well, with all of that taken care of, we have one more job I want to get done today, and it's a doozy actually. I wanted to see if we could turn this front area into a field of its own. I know it's pretty crazy of me to want to do it, but I'm going to do it anyways. So I'm thinking we're going to leave a grass line in here somewhere. I want this to be a straight edge. Because I do like my straight edges. So we'll drop the plow here. Turn on create field. So I'm definitely thinking I want this to be about a 270. Yeah, we're going to go very straight here. And my reasoning for this is very simple. I don't know if we're going to or not, but we might expand the grass field to be absolutely ginormous. But first, we need to actually see if it's going to work out that way. So let's just see how big of a field we end up adding in here, just to round out today's episode. Well, this right here is the point where I don't want to bore you to death, because this is going to be a heck of a process, and I don't really think we need to document this piece at all. You guys can see what we're going to be doing for this new field, and with that information, I don't think you guys really care how it happens. So I am going to do this piece off camera, and what that means is it is time for today's episode to come to an end. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy the content, remember, leave a like, leave a comment, maybe even subscribe. Remember, I need to know what mod to use in the next episode, so if you are the first comment on this video recommending a mod, it's going to be it. Let me know what category it's in. I hope your mod gets chosen. Other than that, please have a beautiful rest of all of your days and nights. Ladies and gentlemen, take care.